Assalamu alaikum, my friends. Welcome to my channel Learn Arabic with Shazia. This is the last lesson on step-by-step book. As you can see, this is the last letter that we will be learning about is the hamza. As in the previous video, we learned the letter ha, and it's written different in different positions in a word, like for the initial, for the middle, and for the last, and the isolated. That's how hamza is. Hamza, the shape of hamza remains the same, as you can see here, but it is written differently, and we will learn about the seeds of hamza. Hamza usually comes sitting on some letters. So as you can see, these alif and the dotless ya and the waw, it comes sitting on these letters. So let's see. And each of these letters represents the English vowel a, e, and o. So let's see what is letter hamza. Now, Hamza, as you can see, it looks like the head of Ain, letter Ain, only the head of letter Ain. It's very similar to letter Ain. And Hamza is a light letter. And as you pronounce Ha, it's the same with Hamza. Hamza is not strong letter like Ain or Qaf. Those are heavy and strong letters, but Hamza is a light letter. And as you can see, the pronunciation, articulation is very easy. You can very easily pronounce the letter Hamza, as in English. If I say an apple, A-P-P-L-E, apple, what is the sound of a? So you can easily speak apple. And if I say Adam, so the starting letter is Hamza, Adam. It's very easy. So it's really very easy, and the articulation is not very difficult. And it comes from the lower part of your windpipe, and it is among the throat letters. There are 6 letters in Arabic which are called throat letters, and among the 6 letters, Hamza is one of them, and it's a light letter, remember that. Now in this box you can see Hamza with a fatha, with the short vowels fatha, kasra, and dhamma. So you speak as a, e, and u. So when you say a, e, and u, you can feel a kind of stopping sound, a pausing of the sound on a. So remember, there are words, for example, mu'min. You may have seen or come across this word in Quran. Mu'minun. How do you pronounce this word in Quran? Do you pronounce it as mu'minun or mu'minun? Now, when you see this letter Hamza, when you see this letter Hamza coming over a waw, sitting on a waw, it is actually the Hamza, not the letter waw. And due to this haraka dhamma, the letter waw corresponds with this haraka dhamma. So that's why Hamza comes sitting on a waw. But you should totally omit and ignore the letter waw and see the letter Hamza sitting on it. So here the main letter we should see is the Hamza with sukoon. And when Hamza is with sukoon, that means you have to stop on the sound of Hamza. Mu. It's like taking a break on the letter Hamza. Mu'minun. Mu'minun. That's how you pronounce Hamza. And here you can see Hamza coming with the long vowels. Ah. Now when Hamza is coming with the long vowel, that means here this long vowel Alif has 2 counts. The long vowel ya has 2 counts, and this waw has 2 counts. So the sound of Hamza is prolonged with the long vowel a. In Usmani script, you will see as hamza and a and mim and nun. Amana. So that's how you pronounce amana. That means I have to prolong the sound of hamza. Amana. And same with here e and oo. So that's how you pronounce hamza with the long vowel. Now this is very important as hamza does not come with shadda. Hamza does not come with shadda because it's really hard to pronounce it. And here here you can see hamza is represented by a sign. This sign is sometimes written over or under certain letters called seeds. That's what I was speaking about a moment before. They are called seeds. Now, the hamza that sits on a letter. When hamza sits on a letter, like here you can see above the waw, above the alif, or above the this when hamza comes in between a word, then hamza sits on it, and this is called a sin. This seat of hamza is called a sin, and sometimes hamza sits on this dotless ya. So these seats, the alif makhsura or the waw or the alif, these are called the seats of hamza, and they are totally ignored when they come in a word, in the spelling of a word with the hamza sitting on it. Just ignore the letter. So the seats are not pronounced, but is only an orthographic convention in the spelling of the words with hamza. And there is a rule in reading hamza that I told you, you have to completely ignore the seat, just see the hamza and the haraka and read. And hamza does not have long counts, it is only coming with one count. So if you see a seat, ignore it. So this is important, very, very important. Now, if the queen is present, no one cares to look at her throne. So that is the formula for hamza. Now here we will do some random words coming as with hamza as ana. Now hamza, here what will you do? What will you do when hamza is coming? So I'll mark with red, so you have to completely ignore the seat alif and just see the hamza coming above it. So you should only see the hamza with a haraka. So this is a and noon fatha and long vowel alif. So ana. So you have to completely ignore the seat here. I. So hamza is with kasra here. Ignore the seat. E. Now this is long vowel. Iman. And this is long vowel. Imanu. How are you going to read? Imanu. Two counts here, two counts here. Imanu. All the letters are light. Here, remove it. I mean, ignore it. Ignore the alif. Ignore the seed. Just see the hamza. Just see the hamza. Hamza with dhamma. This is with sukoon. Ukhti. It's with two counts. Ukhti. Sama'u. Now here hamza coming isolated. So when hamza is isolated, it is in its full form. As usual, we have studied in all the previous lessons. Noon, fatha, alif, na, and now. When hamza is coming in between a word, I told you the seat that you see here is known as sin. And when you break up this word, for example, you want to ifsil, means ifsili. What will you do? What are the letters? Noon, alif, Now, how are you going to write Hamza? You cannot write Hamza like this, but you have to put the seat of Hamza dotless here. Just like it has come here, you have to put the seat of dotless yeah, and then comes the lam. So how are you going to read? Na-ila. You don't have to prolong the sound. It just has one count. Na, here is the prolongation of the sound noon. Na-ila. Na-ila. You have to be very fast here. No counts, only one count. Here in long vowel, I have two counts. So na-ila. Bu-aru. One count. Now, why did Hamza come with wow here? The seat has been changed. Why? Because of the harakas. Here it came with this dotless ya because of the haraka kasra, because this letter corresponds with the kasra. Now wow has come here because it corresponds with the dhamma. That's why the seat wow has come here. So and now bu'ara, bu'ara, bu'aru, sorry, bu'aru. And here the counts are very less. One count, and one count. Bu'aru. That's it. Bu'aru. And now let's see. Ikra. The random words are here. Ubayyu. Now, this does not mean anything, but these are random reading practices here. Ubaru. So, I will see only the hamza and not the seat. Ubayyu. Sorry, Ubayyu. There is a shadda, so there is two yas. Ubayyu. The. This is with fatha. The. Bu. The. Bu. No counts here. You have to, take a pause on hamza. The. Bu and boo, as there is a dhamma, so it came with a wow. Here seats are wow. So you ignore completely the wow and read the hamza with haraka. Here the first hamza has a sukoon, so take a break. Boo. And the second hamza is having a dhamma, so you have to take one count in the sound. Boo. That's it. You don't prolong it. Boo. Don't prolong it. Just boo. That's it. Nu abbinu. And here the oo. Now this is long vowel. How do you recognize long vowel? No harakas above it. So the ubu. The ubu. And here the wow has come because of the haraka, the seat. So ignore the seat and just see the hamza with haraka. The ubu. Ba inu. Ba inu. Na iba. Nabbi. So you don't have to prolong the sound with the kasra. Nabbi. That's it. Bad'u, here isolated. Bina'a. Bina'a. You have to prolong this long vowel and just one count on hamza. Bina'a. Rida'i. Rida'i. That's it. So now we come to hamza and there are random words here in the table. So let's see how the hamza comes initial, then in the middle, then in the isolated ones. Hamza cannot be joined, so it always comes as isolated. It cannot come as the last. So it's always isolated like this. Abu, as initial, it is written on the seat of seat alif. It takes the seat alif when it comes initially. When it comes in between, it takes the seat of dotless ya, but when you write joining, you have to take the seat called sin. And you su'alu, when it is in between or there is a fatha or a dhamma, it takes the seat of a waw in between. And in between, it may take the seat of a waw or this sin dotless ya, and it cannot be added or joined at the end. Hamza cannot be joined with the lam. So it always comes as isolated. So here it comes isolated without joining with the last letter, as this is also a long vowel. So we see Hamza alone, not connected from right or left. This is very important. As we did in all the letters, some letters used to connect from the right only, not from the left. Those were the non-connectors. And we learned all the letters that can be connected from both the sides. But Hamza alone is a letter that cannot be connected from right or left. So this is very important point about Hamza. With a carrier, carrier means with the seat in which it comes like diacritic, that is above or under an alif. Now why does hamza comes under an alif and above an alif? When there is a fatha, it comes above the alif. When there is a kasra, it comes below the alif. So that is the rule. Above a waw, sometimes above the waw, sometimes above a dotless ya. So, and both wow and the seats, wow seat and the dotless ya seats comes when hamza is in between. Remember that, when it is in the middle. And if hamza is with a carrier, we follow the rule of writing the carrier. Carrier means the seat. If it is with the seat, we follow the ruling of writing the seat. And seat are the letters. What are the seats? Alif, yes, wow, and the dotless ya. And when I write the dotless ya, it becomes as this. So it is connected with the letters right and left, like in bi run. It's bi hamza bi run, right? So it can be connected from both the sides. And now here what is happening, due to the fatha and the long vowel alif, it cannot come as su, and then alif, because it cannot come like this. It cannot. So that's why alif has not come here. It has taken the wow seed, because seen can be connected with wow, and then an alif can come, and then lam. So that's why wow has come with the hamza has come with the seat of wow. Lu. So that's the reason why it came with wow seat. And why the seats are differing? Because it depends on, it's really very important here, why the seats keeps on changing, is that it depends on voweling rules to be studied inshallah later, but it's the voweling rules as I told you here. The wow seat, why is it taking the wow seat? Because two alifs cannot come like this, so it has taken the wow seat here. And here, why this has taken the seat of sin? Because it has to be connected from both the sides. So that are the main reasons why the seat changes. And now we come to the first exercise of Hamza, writing Hamza. It's really very easy. So we write Hamza as an alif and putting the Hamza with fatha. If it is above the alif, it is with fatha, even though there is no haraka. We know there is a fatha because Hamza is above the alif. When Hamza is below the alif, I know that it is with kasra. And the dotless ya is very easy, and the sin is very easy, just like the ba, ta, sa, noon, all those letters we practiced before. And wow with the hamza above and hamza isolated. It's really very easy, nothing to very difficult here, nothing to explain here much. So quickly we will go to the exercise number 2, aina hamza. So I have given all the meanings here. These random words are very good to build up your vocabulary. Inshallah, after this book you will jump on to the Quranic Arabic, where you should have some vocabulary built before you approach the Quranic Arabic level. So if you want to go on and continue with the Quranic Arabic level, you should memorize these words with meaning. It's really nice to build up your vocabulary now. And now here we see Bad'u. So it is start, meaning start. Is there a hamza? Yes, there is a hamza at the end, isolated. Bada'a. Now here hamza has come with the seat of alif because it is with the fatha. And amal, there is no hamza, it's an ain. Yes, there is an hamza, so circle it. Ana, the starting initial hamza. Yes, there it is. Ana means I. Ma'u, yes, there is hamza. Ma'u means water. Ri, Ri'ituhu means his lung. This who is the pronoun, means his. Ri'itu means the lungs. And this, yes, there is a hamza here. It is coming in between, middle. So that's why hamza is taking the seat of sin. Ma'mal. Ma'mal means lab, and there is no hamza here. Hamza is in this word. Su'al, yes, it is in between. Mark it with the circle. Noor, there is no hamza. Shati, shati'i. If it's with kasra, it is coming with the dotless ya. So remember the spelling and the seats of hamza. So let's quickly move on to sil, means to connect. Sil means to separate, right? Yes, to connect. I'm so confused right now. It's to connect. Now we connect hamza. Then I know see alif will not be connected from the left side. So sin, wow, and dal, aswad. So ah, mim, and ra. Ahmar, these are all colors. Aswad means black, Ahmar means red. And Yaul, it's no particular word, just for writing practices. Sheen with dots, Hamza and Noon and Ya. Then Ba, Noon, Alif. Ba, Noon, Alif and Hamza. Sha, alif, that is the long vowel, and hamza. Ba, u, ra, ra. And ain, wow, alif, and hamza. That's how you go on writing. If say now separate. So first one has been done for you. And now it's uktub, hamza, and kaf, and ta, and ba. Sorry, ba, the dot is below. And mi'atain means 200. So there's meme, there is hamza on a dotless ya. Remember the sin seat, and ta, and ya, and noon. Sama, sin, meme, alif, and hamza, and ba, and hamza on wow, then again ba, hamza on the wow. So how do we write ab? Simple, it's really simple. Fatha with hamza and ba. Alif cannot be connected from the left side. Be, continue with the ba. Be, ru means well. Su'al. So wow can be connected with the sin, su, hamza, and fatha, su'al, lun. And sama, mim, alif, sama, and hamza isolated, sama'u. So that's how you write hamza. Alhamdulillah, we completed all the letters here. This is the end of the book, step by step. And what remains now is just an introduction to the ta marbuta. And ta marbuta, as you can see here, is the combination of ta and ha. And what is the detailings about ta marbuta? First of all, it is the sign of femininity. The moment you see the ta marbuta with the noun, and it tells you that it is a feminine word. And ta marbuta is always coming at the end of the consonant. This is very important, and it is the combination of ha and ta. For example, varda, varda means rose or flower. Farasha means butterfly or the insect that flies, such as moth also. And it is the sign of femininity, number one here, as I told you. And if we continue now, the reciting rule with the tamarbhuta, this is the recitation rule. Okay, recitation rule for tamarbhuta. If we continue reading after a word ending with tamarbhuta, we pronounce it as ta. Okay, and if we pause on such word having a tamarbhuta, we pause on the letter ha with sukun. For example, I will tell you, if I'm continue reading wardatu farashatu, I will pronounce the tamarbhuta. But if I want to stop on this word warda, I will stop on this tamarbhuta as ah sound. Warda farasha. That's it. That is the recitation rule. But if I want to continue, I will pronounce it as ta. Wardatu farashatu. That's how it goes. And there is the full pausal form. Pausal form means warda, pausing when you pronounce, pausing on the word having a dhamma. Even then you will pronounce as warda. When you continue with the dhamma, you pronounce as wardatu. And now if it is with kasra, in pausal form, you will pronounce as ah, warda. And when you pronounce as wardati. And when it is with the fatha, if you want to stop, pause, warda, similar on pausal. And when you want to continue, you continue as wardata. That's how you pronounce with tamarbhuta. Alhamdulillah, this is the end. But before we end this book, I would like to introduce the hamzatul wasl and hamzatul qata. That is the most important in recitation and in the coming Arabic grammar, inshallah. So now we will do hamzatul wasl as I have always explained. Now this is all the rules in one place. What is hamzatul wasl? Now as you have now done the letter hamza and you already know that hamza does not come alone but sitting on some letters, and those letters are called the seats of hamza. So now here what you see is hamzatul wasl. As I have already explained, what is the meaning of wasl? Wasl means to connect, and it comes from the verb wasala. It comes from the verb wasala. Wasala means, it is a past tense verb. It means he connected. So here the wasl comes from the same verb, means to connect. So hamzatul wasl means the hamza that connects. And what is it connecting? What is it connecting? It is connecting the sound, the recitation when you recite. And whenever you see this hamza, it gives you one message that please, whenever you see me, please omit me and continue your recitation. Don't ever pronounce me. That's the message it gives. For example, here in this word, hamzatul wasl. How do I pronounce here? I am completely omitting the hamza here, and straight I'm going from ta marbuta to lam with sukun. Hamzatul wasl. That's how we have to omit this hamzatul wasl, and the connection of my sound is that's why it got the name of connecting hamza. Hamzatul wasl. I'm not pronouncing as hamzatu al wasl. If you are pronouncing it, that means it is a different hamza. There are two types of hamza, hamzatul wasil, and the other hamza we will do after this, that is the hamzatul qata. So before I go to hamzatul qata, first let's understand what is hamzatul wasl. So if you pronounce this hamza, that means you are changing. This is you are pronouncing it. So in hamzatul wasl, we should not pronounce. We should always omit. Remember that. Hamzatul wasl. That's how you need to pronounce. Now, if the alif is not carrying any sign here, if you see there is no sign, carrying no sign on hamza, I think it's not visible actually. If you see the alif carrying no hamza, no sign, that means it's a long vowel. And I have done about the long vowel, that is the waw, alif, and ya. And if these letters don't have any harakas over it, know that they are long vowel. And it is considered that these long vowels have sukoon over it, but we don't write it. We don't write on them the sukoons. We don't write sukoons on them. We just leave them as it is. It is the rule that long vowels don't carry any haraka. We will just think in our mind that there is a sukoon above these long vowel. Why I'm stressing on this point will come afterwards. Why I'm stressing on this point. In that case, alif is a hamza consonant. I think I missed this line. Then it must be a long vowel, okay? Except, there is a big except here, when it occurs first letter in the word. Any random word, for example, here you can see Ahmad, Ahmad. Here hamza is starting, it is in the starting of the word. Or I can say akhadha, akhadha. The hamza is starting. Or you can say uktubu, uktubu. There are so many. In all these words you can see the hamza is in the starting. So uh, uh, when hamza comes in the starting, it is always pronounced. And this is hamzatul wasl. It is always pronounced. Now, second, in this case, alif is a hamza. It is coming as a consonant. A consonant. It is coming as a letter and it should be pronounced. Remember, whenever hamza is coming in the starting of the word, it is coming as a letter. Now, when hamza is coming as a letter, you cannot see hamza as dhamma and then kaf with sukoon and ta and ba. You cannot see like this hamza. Hamza cannot come as an isolated letter like this starting in the beginning, but it takes the seat of alif and then it comes with dhamma. So ignore the seat and um, pronounce hamza with dhamma only. Uktubu. That's how hamza comes. So here hamza is coming as a letter. But it is a special type of hamza that is pronounced only when it is the first sound. Okay. In this type, hamza is pronounced when it is just starting the word and it is coming out of your mouth. For example, the first letter is hamza and you have to pronounce this, and you have to pronounce this word. So Ahmad, the first sound is of hamza. Ahmad, akhaza, uktub. So it is the first letter and it has to be pronounced. The hamza is called hamzatul wasl. It is called hamzatul wasl. Remember. And what are the rules of hamzatul wasl? The reading rules of hamzatul wasl is the or the connecting hamza. You can say hamzatul wasl. In English, you can say connecting hamza. So it comes only now. This is the reading rules. It comes only at the beginning of the word, as I have given you all these examples. Uktub, akhadha, and Ahmad. These are all reading rules. When it comes at the beginning, you have to read. And when Hamzatul Wasl comes at the starting of the sentence, you need to pronounce Hamza. It looks like a long vowel alif, but you already know when you see the hamza on the seat of alif, you might think this is alif. Most of the students make this mistake. They think that it is alif, and they don't see the hamza above it, hamza with the fatha above it. They see the alif and they say alif, ha, mim, and dal. No, this alif is the seat of hamza. You have to ignore it. You have to say hamza, fatha, ha, mim, and dal. That's how you pronounce each every letter. So, and they are explaining that this alif is and you already know this alif is just the seat. It's not the letter. It's not the consonant. And you know the alif is the other alif. As you know, the alif without any haraka from the long vowels, the alif, it does not carry any haraka, and the long vowels cannot start any word. You cannot see the long vowel starting in the beginning and then ha, mim, dal. You cannot see this long vowel coming without any haraka over it. The long vowel cannot start any word. So actually, here it is a bit confusing statement, but you already know that this letter, it's not last, but it's letter. This letter cannot be at the beginning of the word. Means the long vowel cannot be at the beginning of the word because it always has a sukoon. That's why I was stressing that these all vowels have a sukoon, but we are not allowed to write over it. But we think in our mind that there is a sukoon above the waw, alif has a sukoon above it, and the ya has a sukoon above it, but we are not allowed to write it. So that's why I was stressing there. And don't ever think that this is alif, this is hamza. This is hamza coming with fatha, hamza coming with dhamma. So that is the explanation for the hamzatul wasl. The first reading rule is that whenever it comes at the starting of a sentence, you have to pronounce it. I will show you all the examples from the Quran, but after explaining hamzatul qata. So let's go and see the second rule for hamzatul wasl. As I have always repeated, hamzatul wasl. Okay, in the Quran, it has a symbol like small sad coming on top of alif. So actually the Quranic script is much better to read because it already has a sign to tell you that it is hamzatul wasl. So you may not get confused what is this. And in standard Arabic, it does not have any sad written over it. So this half sad written above the hamza tells you, instead of hamza coming, there is a sad to tell you that it is from the hamzatul wasl, the connecting. And but in standard Arabic, it is free of any sign. So the Osmani script is much easier to read. This hamza is pronounced only at the beginning of the speech, that is, when no other speech sound has been pronounced immediately before it. Otherwise, it is silent. When it is silent, when it comes in between the sentence or in between two words. Okay, so let's see the example and then you will be able to understand what I'm saying. For example, we start with the word Allah. When I say there is no other word before Lafzul Jalala, Allah, so I read as Allah. Allah. This is hamzatul wasl, and it has to be pronounced when there is no other word before this lafzul jalala. And when you are learning grammar, when you are learning Arabic, you don't have to say Allah word, any other word before Allah or any other word after. You say lafzul jalala. You refer this word, this noun as lafzul jalala. So if we start with this word, I will pronounce the hamza of lafzul jalala. Allah. We hear the sound of hamza. But when this is in the big I mean it is in the between this word jazaka, we add this word jazaka before lafzul jalala. For example, here jazakallahu, do you hear the sound of hamzatul wasl? No, I said jazakallahu. Where did I go from? Straight from hamza, from kaf to, I went from kaf straight over to the lam. And I am completely omitting the lam at tarif, the hamzatul wasl and the lam with sukoon. Completely omitting, as I can make it more clearer for you. As you can see here, the hamzatul wasl and the lam with sukoon. I'm straight over going from kaf to the lam with shadda. And remember, this lam is the lam shamsiya. Why? Because the letter after it is with shadda. So I'm completely omitting jazakallahu. So that is how you pronounce. So when hamzatul wasl comes in between two words, you have to completely omit. This is the second rule of reading hamzatul wasl. What is the first rule? Remember, when it comes at the starting word, for example, Allah, lafzul jalala, you have to pronounce it. This is the first rule. And the second rule is when it comes in between two words, you have to omit it completely. So that are the rules for hamzatul wasl. And now here in this table, you see there is a Quranic script. In one case, the hamzatul wasl is starting. There is no other word before this noun ithnain. So I'm going to read this hamzatul wasl as isnain. You can hear the sound a sound in the beginning. Ithnain. This is the light letter tha. Ithnain. And when it comes in between two words, zawjayn isnayn. Now, where did the sound of hamza go? The sound of hamza is completely omitted here. Zawjayn is straight from noon kasra to tha sukoon. Zawjayn isnayn. I have completely omitted the sound of hamza. This is the second rule. And this is the first rule. This is the first rule. So now we come to the hamzatul qata, the second hamza. Now we come to hamzatul qata. Now, as the name suggests, what is qata? Qata is means to cut. Qata. Qata'a means to cut, to cut. And hamzatul qata means to where the sound is cut. As the name suggests, whenever hamzatul wasl comes, you have to pronounce the hamzatul wasl, even if it's in the starting of the sentence or in between the two words. So hamzatul qata is very easy to remember. As the name suggests, qata, remember to cut. Your sound will cut. The other outspoken hamza at the beginning of a word with the diacritic is called hamzatul qata or the disconnecting hamza. In English, you can say disconnecting hamza. That one is always pronounced. Means this hamzatul qata, even if it comes in the starting of a word or starting of a sentence or in between two words or in between a sentence, you have to pronounce in both the cases. So whether you start that word or read a word before, for example, they have given here Huwa Ahmad. It is in between two words, but you have to break your recitation. Huwa Ahmad. You can hear the sound of Hamza. Huwa Ahmad. So there are examples here, and nothing much in hamzatul qata, just that in both the cases it will be pronounced. So there is an example here in Quranic script. You can see alim, the sound of a is there, alim. And here iqabin, alimin. I'm stopping, my sound is breaking, iqabin, alimin. You can clearly hear the sound of a, alimin, and that's why you have to be very specific in reciting Quran. You should not merge the sound of hamzatul qata as ikabin alim. That's not how you recite. You have to be very specific with the makhraj of hamza coming out of your mouth. Iqabin alimin, so that the listeners should hear the clear sound of hamza. So this is how you have to read the hamzatul qata. There are more examples here. Iqra or iqra'i. Iqra for the male command, iqra'i for the female command. So Muhammad says, Kayfal hal. Now, how are you reading? Now you apply the reading rule of Hamzas. Muhammad says, Kayfa. Kayfa means how. How are you? Hal means how are you. So how will you read? Kayfal. So this is coming in between, right? And you know, when Hamza comes in between, you have to omit. Kayfal hal. Kayfal hal. So a to kayfal lam and hal. Kayfal hal. And here Hassan says, be khairin. Now, when somebody asks you kayfal hal, the answer you will give back is be khairin. Khair means good. I'm good. Means I'm good. Be khairin. Walhamdulillah. In between hamzatul wasl, straight from waw to lam. Walhamdulillah. Now Muhammad says masmuka. Now here this is, remember there are certain nouns where hamzatul wasl comes with the kasra. You will learn this in the Quranic Arabic. Masmuki. In this special case, the alif of questioning tool. This is actually the questioning tool of in Arabic means what. Must, you have to cancel this alif of questioning tool ma and the hamza here, and straight from meme you should go to seen with sukun. Mas muka means what's your name. Kaf here is your. Mas muka, and the word here ism means name. Ism. Alif with kasra, seen with sukoon, and mim with dhamma. So masmuka. What is your name? Hassan says ismi. Here the ya is a pronoun telling my. Ism. Ism means name. So that means my name is Hassanun. Ismi. Now this is hamzatul qata. Why hamzatul qata? It's in the beginning, and this is ismi Hassanun. My name is Hassan. So that's how you read hamzatul qata and hamzatul wasl. And now we will see the examples from the Quran. In this is the from the Surah Baqarah, the very starting of the Surah Baqarah after the Lam Alif and the Surah Fatiha. In Ladina, where is the Hamzatul Qata or Hamzatul Wasl? It's very easy in Asmani script. You can see the small sad. It tells you this is the Hamzatul Wasl. And this is Hamza coming with the kasra. You should totally ignore the seat here. So it is inna. This is the Hamzatul Qata or the Hamzatul this wasl here. Kafaru sawa'un, hamza coming at the end. You can see here. Andartahum. This hamza is actually the it is the difference in the script. This Quran is written in Uthmani script, and this is what you will be following in Quranic Arabic. When you will learn the Uthmani script. So there is some difference in the script, and actually it is the questioning tool Hamza. This is the questioning tool for questioning. Did or do means when in English you ask somebody, did you do this? Or didn't I warn you? So that's where this hamzatul questioning comes, and it is known as hamzatul istifham, means the questioning tool. So it is the difference in the script. That's why it is written like this. So you should read as andartahum. Didn't I warn you? Didn't I warn them? So that is the here hamza here, and this is also the hamza that is spoken. Andartahum amlam, this hamza is pronounced, and then there is a hamza on the waw seat, as you can see here. Yu'minun, what you are doing, you are pausing on the sound of hamza. Yu'minun. And how do you know this is not the seat of hamza? No hamza written on it, no haraka on it. This is the long vowel. Yu'minun. And where is the hamzatul wasl? Coming here in between two words. So directly from mim to lam. Khatamallahu, omitting the lam here and the hamzatul wasl here. Ala qulubihim wa ala. You can see the small alif saghira. You will learn all this in the introductory lesson of Quranic Arabic. Samihim wa ala absarihim. So now you can see wa'ala absarihim. I am pronouncing this hamza. So this is from the hamzatul qata. This is breaking your sound. Wa'ala absarihim. You can hear clearly the sound of a. So this is from the hamzatul qata. Ghishawatun. Walahum adabun. This is the long vowel. Then waminan nas. This is hamzatul wasl from the wasl. Minan nas, directly omitting both of them. And min yaqulu amana. Amanna. This is amanna hamza coming in the starting. This is the long vowel, and this is just it should have been like this. Yeah, it could have been, but it is just the difference in the script. So this is hamza. Billahi. This is hamzatul wasl. Hamzatul wasl from B harf jar directly to lam, omitting the lam al-tarif. Wa bil yawm. This is the hamzatul wasl, omitting them. Yes, there is also hamzatul wasl here, omitting alif and lam here. From bil yawmil akhiri. So here going towards the lam with sukoon here. Bil, totally cancelling the hamzatul wasl here. Then from mim, totally cancelling the lam tarif here and going to lam. Bil yawmil, you're not omitting the lam here, only the hamzatul wasl, sorry. You're only omitting the hamzatul wasl here and going from B to lam. Bil yawmil akhiri. وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. This is the hamza coming. And now we'll see more examples. There are a lot of hamzas in this page, so we will do all of them. Let's do it. يُخَادِعُ. Now here from noon directly to lam. يُخَادِعُونَ اللَّهَ وَالَّذِينَ, to all hamzatul wasl. All wasl here. آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا. This is qata. This is qata. يخدعون إلا. This is qata because there is the sound. There is the breaking of your recitation. anfusahum. This is also qata because you are pronouncing this hamza. وما يشعرون في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله. Again hamzatul wasl, directly cancelling the hamza. marada walahum adhabun alim. This is the qata, you are pronouncing this hamza. bima kanu yakdhibun. وإذا, now this is from qata, you are pronouncing قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض. في الأرض is now here the hamzatul wasl is cancelling. This is from the wasl. qalu innama, this is qata. innama, you are pronouncing this. And remember, qata can come in the beginning or in between the line. So nahnu muslihun. Then we go on to the next portion here. Yes, we do this here now. Ala. Now this is starting. This is hamzatul qata. Ala inna. Again you are pronouncing this is qata. Humul mufsidun. Directly to lam. So this is from the wasl. ولكن لا يشعرون. وإذا قتا lahum amanu. Hamza here. It's a simple hamza and you are pronouncing. So this is qata. Kama amana qata, and this is wasl because amananna, so cancelling all alamat tarif. qalu anu'minu, this is hamza pausing on the hamza. nu'minu, anu'minu, hamza qata. anu'minu, you are pronouncing this hamza here. Kama amana, pronouncing this is qata. minas suhufa, so you are cancelling. So this is from the wasl. As you can see the small sad here. Ala, this is qata. This is also qata, just like here. And homo sufaha, this is also wasl, cancelling it. Both lamat tarif. homo sufaha, hamza at the end. walakin la ya'lamun. wa idha qata, it's pronouncing. laqul ladhina, this is wasl, it is totally omitting. amanu, this is qata. qalu amanu qata. wa idha qata khalaw ila, now this is qata, pronouncing. khalaw ila shayatinihim qalu inna, hamza qata, we are pronouncing here. ma'akum qata. innama nahnu mustahzi'un, this is hamza coming here and you're in between. Why it is taking this shape? It is just because of the difference in the different types of script, because Quran is written in in six different scripts. So this Osmani script is one of the script, and this is just the difference, and that's why it's coming like in the shape of hamza here it's written. So now we do the last ayahs here. Allahu, now this is qata. Now the hamzatul wasl, as you can see the sad coming here on top of alif. So this is hamzatul wasl, but it is being pronounced. Why? Because we had two rules for hamzatul wasl. When it starts an sentence, then you have to pronounce it. This is hamzatul wasl, because no other noun is before hamzatul wasl, then you will pronounce. Allahu yastahzi'u. Here you can see the seat of hamza as the dotless ya with the dhamma. bihim wa yamudduhum fi tughyanihim ya'mahun. Ulaika, now this is the hamzatul qata. How can I say this is hamzatul qata? Because you cannot see a sad here, right? So this is hamzatul qata. Now this is hamzatul wasl, completely omitting. Ulaika alladhina, there is hamza in between. This is the seat, sin, when it comes in between. As you can see, this is the seat of hamza with kasra as sin. أولئك الذين اشتروا to directly to sheen. This is hamzatul wasl. As you can see the صاد here. اشتروا الدلالة. Going directly to ضاد, cancelling hamza. This is cancelling, and lam also cancelling. This is from the wasl. Bilhuda, cancelling the hamzatul wasl directly to lam. This is wasl. Huda, wama rabihat tijaratuhum wama kanu muhtadin. So these are a lot of examples of hamza in this surah. And with this, I come to an end. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I'm able to complete this whole book. Alhamdulillah. I hope you're benefiting with these knowledge, small detailings, and all the everything that I have covered now. And remember me in your du'as. And inshallah, if you want to continue, you can continue with my Quranic Arabic. Alhamdulillah. And now we have come to an end of this video. Till then, you can find my other videos, other playlists in my channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.